Hey, it's Coach Ben from Online Soccer Skills, and in today's video, we're gonna be talking about how to play fullback, and I'm gonna give you a few tips. Now, fullback is the same thing as playing right or left back or right or left defender. So what we wanna do is think about what you should be doing if you're playing right or left defender. Now, when the goalie gets the ball in their hands, or if they have a goal kick, there's two different situations here. Let's say the ball goes out for a goal kick. Most of the time when that happens, the goalie's gonna put the ball down and they're going to be just kicking it up the field and hoping that your center mids or your forwards, get control of the ball. And that can work, but what we wanna try to do is be involved when we can be. So this is what normally happens when the other team shoots and they miss. The forwards on the other team, they're gonna kind of walk back with their head down and they're not gonna be paying attention to what's going on. So if you're smart, you should always be looking to get the ball from your keeper. So you should be moving out wide and looking for them to pass the ball to you. And when this happens, you're going to be able to possess the ball out of the back rather than just watching the goal kick and maybe sometimes being put back on defense. So when you do this, you need to communicate with your keeper, but you need to be pushed out wide. And I don't want you to be stuck towards the middle of the field when you do this, because that's where the other forwards are on the other team. So they could easily try to win the ball from you. So you need to get wide and look for that ball. Now, when the goalie saves it, let's say they have the ball in their hand, when the other team is pushed up, this is a great opportunity to join the attack immediately. So remember, we want to get wide, but the keeper can play you a ball on the ground. They can throw it out to you and you can look to get into the attack. So those are two things I want you to focus on when you're playing these positions to look for, because you shouldn't be the type of player who is just only defending. Defending is why you're playing that position, but you can be more dynamic and you can be looking to make runs up the field when you have the opportunities. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is when you have the ball at your feet and when you're in open space, we want to talk about who you should be combining with. Now, I see it all the time. There's players out there when they play right or left back, when they get the ball at their feet, they're freaking out. They don't know what to do. They don't feel like they're confident. They don't have the skill to be able to make a good pass to their teammates. And a lot of that is because they play with their head down. And also, they don't know where they are when they receive the ball. So having a good idea of where you are, always scanning the field before you even touch the ball, is gonna give you the right mindset to know what to do when you get the ball at your feet. And instead of freaking out when you have the ball, you know you can combine with certain players on the field. So the players you should be looking for, if I'm playing right or left back, if I'm attacking up the field, I should always be looking for my center midfielder, my outside midfielder who's next to me, or my forward. And I can look to play to those players. And if I'm ever under pressure, then I can turn and play back to my center back or my goalie. But you should be the type of player who's looking to possess the ball rather than just give the ball away. And if you watch the top players in the world, any right or left back out there, they are constantly getting touches on the ball. They're not just staying back and being reserved playing defense. They are coming up the field, they're making runs up the field, and they're joining the attack. And this is what I want to talk about now is you can't just be stuck on defense. I want you to join in the attack when you know you can. And this is going to allow you to take crosses. This is going to allow you to come up on corner kicks and score on headers. The top players out there, you see them all the time. They're always in the box on set pieces or corners looking to score. So just because you're a defender, that doesn't mean you have to just stay in one spot. And the game is changing. Now there's so many defenders who are always coming up the lines. They're making tons of runs up the field and they're constantly being involved in the play. And this is what you should be doing if you're playing right or left back.